The rapid expansion continues in this video, and this time we're hitting the waters. This ship hopefully is the catalyst for earning us even more money and possibly that second train. But, like always, I've taken a massive gamble on this one, so hopefully it all pays off. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2. Last time out we did the risky rapid expansion, that's what I mean to say, by creating this brand new chain of industries. Really, it's not even just a single one. So we started off with this grain farm, over to this plastics plant, up here to the goods factory, to then come back down here to the iron ore mine, which then delivers down here to the steel mill and then runs empty back up here to the grain farm. We then followed that up with a second line that starts over here at the coal mine, comes down here to the steel mill, transports steel up here to the goods factory, and then brings goods all the way back here to Burton upon Trent. It works quite well. Off camera, I of course got the second line here started because we only did the first one on camera, and I think it actually does a really good job. In terms of money, they are profitable. Here's one of them. The other one is just there, in fact. And I know, again, don't use this. It's just a snapshot, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I think it proves that what we're doing here is actually useful. We're on to a winner. We're still trying to save money for a second train, which sounds weird because I'm about to spend loads of money. But I've already worked out the next one, and you might see it on screen here. We've got a silver ore mine, we've got a silver mill, and we've got a machines factory here that accepts silver and steel. If only we knew somewhere that made steel. Oh look, there's somewhere that makes steel. Now we're probably not going to get this second bit hooked up and running today, although were a second coal mine to suddenly appear and we could get more steel produced here, that would definitely be on the cards as well, and then we can deliver machines up here to town too, which would be quite exciting. Right now, though, I'm just going to get these three industries here linked up and functional because I think that's where the money is. So I'm actually going to connect the silver ore mine here to the silver mill without connecting to the main road, purely so that the main road remains the main road, you know. I'm trying to keep the roads flat as well. I had to rebuild, where is it? This road here, you might actually see it's a bit more indented into the ground now than it was before, and this loop here is as well, purely because they were slowing right down. In fact, they still are in many ways slowing right down to climb the hill there. So I might look into that again because that's not part of the plan. How fast are you going? 5. Yeah, that's definitely not part of the plan. I think it might just be this is quite hilly, so I could just do a straight shot in the future over there, even if there's a tunnel involved, just to try and increase the speed and get some more money from that. Anyway, yes, truck. So we want to make sure that there's nope, wrong way. I've got to memorize how to do this properly. This is quite frustrating. Also, we're coming from over here. So I think, again, we need to kind of make this double-sided. And I know there's going to be people commenting saying, oh, it's not financially viable. And you're absolutely right. But I like to keep things moving in this series. So we are going to do it like this. But you are absolutely right. I'm not going to dispute that because, as I keep saying, you're absolutely right. So we're going to do this. We're then going to come out and over to here where I think for this one, we are just going to have a stop like this. Now what would be cool here, and I feel like I won't be able to do it, but if I can get this to... Oh, no, it did work. There you go. Get a nice crossover there. And then over here... do we do it off of this one and just come straight over? Possibly. Or if we were to utilize this again and then come up this way, that could also work. I'm also going to just quickly build that to save a bit of time. I feel like that's a smart move. If ever I've done a smart move, it's there right then. And now I'm going to completely undermine that smart move by building this road as shabbily as possible. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. And then we slap this in. No, I did do it the right way around. It just looked weird. I guess that needs to go this side then, which technically, were I to build it over here, it would be that way round. But that doesn't really work. Could do it like this, so that it connects up. Yeah, or I just do this. And maybe just build you there. We'll just do that. Works perfectly well for the scenario. Excellent. What's the ratio here? It's 2 to 1. So yeah, we're only going to get half of what we deliver from A to B over to C. And then this is a 1 to 1. So that's fine. We basically lose half the ore each time. But that's manageable, to be honest. I'm fine with that. 1, 2, 3. Yep. That's a good looking line set up there. We need to put the colour in, which is that one. And then for the first section here, it's going to be silver ore. Second one, silver bars. And then the third one is going to be nothing. We then need to do mixed Burton upon Trent and then 3. There we go. Right, and we'll get some vehicles running on that. Now, I know people don't like it when I... where am I going to... I'll need to put a depot closer over here somewhere. Maybe like around this area. Just for now. Let's say... Actually, let's do it on the outside. Just so I don't completely mess everything up. There we go. Yeah, people don't like it when I just add a single vehicle to the line. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy as many as I can afford. Which is nearly 20. If we just get a delivery of something big. Any second now. Come on. There we go. And then number 3. Good stuff. So now hopefully we should see. Yep. Straight away. They're ready to go. Good stuff. Excellent. Also, these in the future might turn into like weird shaped roundabouts. Obviously, I'd build them a little more circular. But one-way systems, or maybe sort of asymmetrical one-way systems. So like this road here might be a two-way still. Because this is a main road between Burton and Loddon. So it kind of makes sense to make that like a main road and then have the other two be... I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Just looking about passengers as well, actually, because Burton upon Trent, I still haven't gotten to the bottom of this, by the way. Apparently there's a mod called Industry Workers that turns passengers going into industries into a thing. It makes that a thing. I don't have that mod installed, to my knowledge, and yet somehow my game thinks I do, because even if I go here right now, there are people going to the machines factory. 3 people working there, but there is no mod that makes that possible, so I don't know what's going on there, to be honest. It's a bit weird. What's the frequency? 52. Let's see if I can bump that a little bit more. Should we get it down to 20 something if we can? We are getting close to that second train, actually, the more I look at it. That's 30. I think it's around 120,000 we said for another 5 vehicles. 30, 26. 26 is a good number. Maybe I'll go for one more lot. That should take us down closer to, I think it's 11 seconds. They spend stopped. 23. 23 is good. We'll live with 23. By the time it gets all plumbed in and, you know, they start spacing themselves out, that's a pretty good gap that we've got going there. And this should start making us more lovely money. If I check this line, for example, yeah, that's a profit of 136,000, which is very nice indeed. And if I select line 2, where's a good place to grab that? Over here? No, over here. Yeah, 400. Oh, That's so good. It's 17 grand from picking up the coal here to dropping it off. Each time a vehicle does that. Is there one coming in? Yeah, this one. So look at that. It's operating at minus 4,000 right now. Let's speed up some time. And then when it stops and drops, you'll see that it goes up by 17,000. There you go. And now that's massively in profit. That could probably do that same journey, 4 times over, and not lose money, which is very nice indeed. The only problem with that is the ratio. We need to get more coal over here. We need to get more iron ore over here, which is something I was going to look... Actually, iron ore is less important. We've got quite a lot of that. But there is an iron ore mine here, just in case. We could just do a little shuttle back and forth. Coal is the main one. There is a coal mine over here. Let's say we did this over to here. It'd have to go via Whiz Beach. Is there... There's a grain farm there that it could come back via. But then where does it take that? In fact, there's 2 other steel mills over here as well, which is crazy. And already I'm seeing... There's a forest. There's no sawmill, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, that is kind of annoying, actually. But there is a coal mine and an iron ore mine and another steel mill. And there's somewhere up here that accepts steel. But I think right now we want to get this one working. It also has slag, which if we got slag somewhere else on the map, oh man, there is one up in the north that accepts, Stone Market, which accepts slag and turns it into construction materials. So that's a possibility as well. There is a coal mine over here. We could use trucks to get it to the shore, put it on a boat, bring it over here, and then truck it up to here. That's also a possibility, although we break our one-way system by doing that. So we might have to build a second one over here, which is slightly counterintuitive. Might be getting a little ambitious with that. But I really like the look of what we've got going here. And if we can get... The idea is to produce more steel and bring it over here and then take the machines up into Burton. That's what I'm trying to achieve with this. And then from there we can, I don't know, pick up coffee or something and take it somewhere else. That's the problem for me right now, is that last leg bit. There is actually a sawmill there, he says, realizing, but then that's quite a long... Yeah, that's quite a long distance, even though we would be picking up potentially machines from here and being able to bring them all the way back to Burton. It's then getting over here again. You see where I'm going with this. It's quite a headache trying to link it all together and make it work. How are we doing for money? It's not brilliant. I like the idea of the ship, though. And bringing it down here. And having this as like a harbour hub of some kind. But it depends what else we could... In fact, there's a steel mill there too. And if I was to build a dock here, that would connect. Oh man. But then it's... This ship runs back empty. That's the problem. I don't want it to run back empty. Unless... No, because then that messes up other things. I was going to say load the steel onto it, but then that messes up this whole bit. Because then the goods... Oh boy. The more I think about it, the more I think it's actually not a bad idea. It's just I wish I'd thought of that first and not what I ended up doing. Oh, that's annoying. What else do we have? So there's this fuel thing here. Is there anywhere nearby that accepts fuel? There is not. Why couldn't Halt Whistle accept fuel? Nailsworth does. I think we said that before, but then there's nothing else we can bring back from over here. Oh, do I have this set up? I do. Oh, yeah. Was this something we did last time as well? Have I just completely forgotten this exists? I feel like I have. I certainly want to increase the number of vehicles on this line, because that's not good at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's another 25 vehicles. 6. Come on, money. Just speed up time. That's always the key. And so what's that? 6. That's 30 lots. Sorry, 30 extra vehicles, 6 lots of 5. That we've now got running on this line. I don't know where the depot... Oh, there it is. Oh, look at them all spewing out. Lovely stuff. Yeah, the money's starting to do that fluctuating thing again, which is kind of annoying. When I'm not recording, it's fine. When I am recording, and I just want it to behave itself, why is it going that way? Ooh, how weird. Yeah, when I'm recording and I don't want to be like constantly cutting out gaps and stuff, that's quite annoying. And that's what it's just done there, which is even more annoying. There we go. So every 56 seconds, now every 50 seconds, now every 46 seconds, 43 seconds. How have we only lost 3 seconds by getting another 5? Ooh, train must have taken a payment then. Have I progressed time again, or have I paused time again? I think I've paused time. Yes, I have paused time again. That wasn't the idea of the series. The idea was to have time constantly progressing. But again, when you're waiting for things and then suddenly the vehicle that you want to reveal on camera gets revealed off camera, it can be a bit annoying. We haven't even got to the age of where I wanted to be with this series yet, which was passenger trains shuttling back and forth. And the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to realise that might be like 10-15 episodes away still, for all we know. Not ideal. 32. If I can get it into the 20s, I'd say that's enough. This line right now is losing us a ton of money, purely because it takes quite a while to do all this stuff. I'm just looking, actually. If I was to get the livestock from here... Is there a... meat processing anywhere? I don't think there is. No, there isn't. It's kind of annoying as well. Everything's annoying today, it seems. But we've got this working still, which is fine. Where does the paper go as well? That's something else I've forgotten. Since I found out that secondary industries can just fill up, even primary industries. Actually, no, not primary, sorry. Yeah, I did mean secondary. So like, you know, the livestock farm here, there's no cap on how much grain you can deliver, is what I've been told. Whether that's right or not is another thing. But since I found that out, I've just been loading up industries and not really thinking about the next stage. But I kind of got lucky back up at Leatherhead here, that this fuel refinery opened when it did, and also that this sawmill opened when it did. So I am hoping that if I continue just to hold on, there is a chance that another industry might open up that can accept paper nearby, and also one that can accept livestock, and then we can create another second chain and then start linking chains together. That's the plan. So if we could get the fuel from here and deliver it to Nailsworth, and then pick up livestock from here and deliver it down to, say, a meat processing plant over here, then that forms a new chain, you know. And then, you know, from here there might be a food... Oh, there's a goods factory that accepts paper. Ooh. Okay, that might be an option. We'll come back to that in a sec. We're into 29. It'll do for now. I'm going to waste my time waiting for that. So, what have I just seen? We've got this goods factory over here that accepts paper. Now, it's not just paper on its own, is it? It's paper and plastic. But getting paper in is the first stage of that puzzle. No idea where the plastic would come from, because there's no plastic plants nearby. There's one over here, though. And there is that. Is that too far? Here, all the way down here, and then back up. What's the ratio? 2 to 1. So yeah, that's too far. That's too far. But to get the fuel from here over to here and then bring something back would be quite useful. It's just a question of what. There's a coal mine up there as well, I just saw. So I was wondering about stuff, but it doesn't work. So annoying. It's so annoying. I can get like 3 stages out of 4 all worked out, and then the 4th one comes along and just punches me when I'm not looking. There's a coffee refinery here. What I was actually looking for when I was talking about all this was a food processing plant, of which there's one here. So, where's the nearest meat processing? Spennymoor, Wooler, Shoreham, Shrewsbury, Tewkesbury. I've just been playing OpenTTD, that's why I was like, oh, Shoreham, that's actually a place. Yeah, man, I'm struggling to think. Oh, there's a chemical plant down here too, but then that's the nearest one at that point, not that one. Oh boy, again, you never know, luck might come our way. Okie dokie, have we got a queue here now? We've got a lovely massive queue here now. We could buy more vehicles for that too at some point, I suppose. Let's just keep an eye on things over here, see if this new line is, I mean, they all look evenly spaced, and that's quite a nice amount of money we're making there, so I'm pretty happy with that. We just now got to get the steel up here. So the copper is constantly going up, so we could just add more vehicles to the coal line. Where is a vehicle from the coal line? There it is. That's every 25 seconds. That's every 17. So if we got the other one to 17 as well, then it would be a much better ratio. Or if we could get it to slightly under 17. Let's just do that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then click there. And again. And again. This is my plan for now, is just to try and get the coal in a little bit faster than the iron ore. And see what that does. Come on, money. I wish I could watch my bank account do this as well. That'd be great. Just watch it go up 100,000, 200,000, so on and so forth. I think that works. Yeah, 22 seconds. And then we just go 500,000 into the red. Definitely don't want to see my bank account do that. That would be a heart-in-mouth moment for sure. 21 seconds. I don't think we're going to get it much lower than that by the looks of things. Not unless we buy like another 20. 20 seconds. How many vehicles have we even got on this line? 195. That's insane. One perk of speeding up time now and getting things progressing would be to unlock faster vehicles. And I have toyed with the idea of upgrading some of these roads to tram lines and having trams, but apart from the fact that it would double the output, because I've got the I don't even know where I've got a tram depot, but I've got the trams where it's got 2 wagons instead of 1. Besides that though, I don't think there's any advantage whatsoever to doing it, so probably not going to. I just keep looking at this, you know. I just keep looking at this. If I've got a crazy idea in my head. Let's say we picked up coal from here. We brought it down to, where am I? Over here. And then we picked up something like, let's say, plastic from here, that then came all the way back up to this. And then we were able to get the paper from here over to here, and then goods maybe to like Holt Whistle, and then picked up something else from here and then brought it back over here. That's an idea. That is indeed an idea. And the more I look at it, the more I think it is a viable thing. We got a lot of plastic here right now. We're not doing well on goods. Plastic gets made here. Our production, shipment, things like that, it's very much reliant on grain, of which we're not receiving a huge amount. So let's, okay, hypothetically, pick up coal from this one here. We bring it all the way down. We drop it off here. We then come back up to here, pick up plastic, take that all the way up to here, and then it's a short trip back down again. Or, if we picked up grain, brought that down, and then, but then that's too far away from the port. Getting grain. I think that's part of the problem as well. It's just bringing grain in now. So again, it's a 2-to-1. So we're getting a good amount of plastic, but as soon as we start adjusting the ratios here, we end up losing out. So we need to get more trucks in, is what I'm hearing. Now, it's possible to do that. If I was to add a second... Oh, got no money. If I was to add a second platform here, then we'd have less of a queue of vehicles waiting to come through, which would be fine. So we'll do this. And then hopefully they stop queuing like this. There we go. So we can load 2 at once instead of 1. And now our throughput here essentially is... I wouldn't say it's doubled. It's more like 1.5. But then the maintenance cost has also gone up. What's the... So that's now every 20 seconds, not 17 like it was before. There might be a queue at this end now, though. So we're going to have to do the same thing over here. And it's just to keep vehicles moving, really. So your order number 2. There we go. That should cut down on the amount of queuing here. And then we've got the one-way system set up here anyway. So that keeps things moving there. I think I like the idea of doing the ship. It's a massive gamble. And if it doesn't pay off, it's going to be excruciatingly expensive. This section here is going to be the easy bit. It's how do we get the plastic on at the other end was what I was going to say. But actually, yeah, that works too. It's just a case of building a dock attached to one of these road sections here. I think it's viable. I think it's viable. Even dropping the coal off here and just having a truck that comes up and back. I think it's viable. Just got to make sure this section here doesn't get clogged. So I think if we start over here, we'll build the dock first. Game, hello? Uh-oh. Don't think we had an autosave either, which is a bit worrying. We still recording? Yes, we are. Oh, and we're back. That's fine. So we could go with a large straight off. But again, actually, look how expensive that is. Oh my word, that's way more than I thought it was going to be. I mean, that's a lot cheaper. So let's say we did that. We then need to add the road in. Oi, oi, oi. Everything's slow. So you're going to look like this. And then we need to add... We'll sort the road out in a second. Sorry, we'll sort the truck stop out in a second. We need to get this road in first. The terraforming just seems to slow things right down. Right, we need a slope where it's not too steep. I think that's fine. Yeah, I totally meant to do that. I think that's fine. 92 grand though for that. Yikes. And then that. Okay, and then as for the truck stop, that's going to go... Did that? Nope. Other way. Oops. We could do it like this. It's not the prettiest. We can't do it like that. It's too close to the water, annoyingly. We could do that. And then plug it in like that. I think that works. It's also a little less steeper there, which is cool. Okay, so that's this end. Now if we do the one over here, this should be easy. You hope. So that works. Or we could go in here, which I think would be better. Because then it attaches to the factory and to the road stop. Like so. Then we need to attach one to this, which is also reasonable to do. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, but it's fine. I don't think it's a mistake. And this is a risky rapid expansion project after all. Just checking that that is connected. Oh, game. How hard is it to select a dock? Okay, and now we've got to do the same thing over here to get the plastic up. Yeah, it's that bit I'm nervous about. If we just don't get the plastic delivered, at least the ships will be carrying something. Even if it's not a huge amount, it will be something. Which somewhat justifies it. Even if not entirely. Right, let's do that. And then we do that. And then we do... this. And then we do this. Okay. We'll set up the stop over here as well. I'm just debating whether to do it as a one-way system or not. If we were to come from Nailsworth, could we use existing road infrastructure? Possibly if we come through the town itself and then around this way. And maybe hook up over here and come through Halt Whistle. The more I look at it, the more I realise just how far a journey that is. And right now it is technically just a one-way trip. Although if we pick up the grain here and bring it to one of these on the way back, that would be massively helpful. Although again, 2 alcohol producers here, no alcohol consumers. We could just pick up goods and deliver them to Uckfield and then come back. But even that seems a bit excessive right now. Yeah, that's a bit tricksy, isn't it? For the one-way system then, we can actually build it right outside. Kind of like... something like this, maybe? 3. How close can we get? Could do it like that. Build the second street access. I mean, that works surprisingly well. The game doesn't normally cooperate with me on matters like that, so I'm somewhat surprised. Like that, and then I'm also going to build one this way. That's fine. And then if I place a waypoint... Hello? What is this game doing today? One there like that, and one there like that. That should help set up the one-way system. And then the final thing, if there is one actually, I don't think there is. So we need to get a truck line from here over to here, which we'll sort out in a second. Then we need to set the boat up. So I need a ship depot still. And then we need to set this truck line up. Okay. And then we need to get the paper going as well. Which is fine. It's all good. It's all looking rosy. I think this farm might be a better one to go to, looking at it. Because then it's drop off here, short distance here. Even if we then come back this way, I think if I was to just connect this to Nailsworth, and then we get the traffic, whichever way the game decides to take it. We could build a shortcut, we could just let it do what it's doing. The main thing is it's carrying revenue earning cargo the whole way at that point in both directions. It's beneficial. I'm stressed. I'm not 100% certain this is going to work, but we'll find out. Let's do that. While I'm over here, I might as well set this up. How close can I get this? Like that technically connects. So we'll do that. We'll connect you to you like that. We'll also connect you to you like that. Check that's still connected. Yes, it is. We'll sort the other end out in a minute. I think we're definitely going to Holt Whistle Nailsworth route. One day we'll just plow straight through the mountain, but that's not possible right now. In terms of vehicle depots, so there's one over here. There's this one over here. I think we might just need another one round this way. So we'll just, I don't know, build it there for now. Let's start setting up lines. So, you, and you. Game. Oh man, it's really on one today. My PC has just been fine recently, to be honest. No real issues or anything like that, but suddenly, yeah, it's having a bit of a moment today. Has it recovered? Yes, it has. So weird. So, Cole. And you are Wisbeach. I've always been told it's pronounced Wisbeach. I'm assuming that is accurate. Apologies to anyone who lives in Wisbeach if that's not correct. So that's crude oil, isn't it? So coal, I believe, is just C, which is fine. Now we'll set up the road over here. Our game. Honestly, every time I'm setting up lines now, it's doing this. We've got too many vehicles on the map, I think, is part of the problem. But there's no other way really to do it. There we go. So, this. Do that. Do that. Do that and that. Do that. So you are plastic, which I think is just P. And Holt Whistle. Which is spelt correctly, yes. And then you're going to be like, I don't know, that colour, which is probably wrong. Could just do deep purple for plastic to help me remember. Do I have plastic elsewhere? I do have plastic elsewhere, don't I? But it's mixed. That's probably, I don't think I've got a plastic line on the network right now. Which might be one reason why I find it confusing as to what it should be. Okay, that's set up and ready to go. We could just get one token vehicle on each line for now, so it's not losing too much money. But it will trigger the cargo to actually start moving around once the time is right. So we could do that again over here. Just the one. Coal to Wisbeach. Right. Now we'll do the big one. Get the depot in first. So I feel like I always need to build it near a dock. And not just a random dock, but a built-up one. Because I feel like this could become a hub for stuff in the future. It's the northernmost point of the river. It makes sense. So I feel like, yeah, this is a good place for it. And in fact, if I stick it in right behind like this, I feel that is a very good place for it indeed. Okay. So you're going to go there. Game's just going to think about it for about 3 days. Yep, it's really going to think about it for about 3 days. Come on, please. Please, 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 please. Wow, nothing's working right now. The mouse still moves, at least, so I know that stuff is happening. And there's music playing, so that tells me something as well. So from there, it's all the way down to here. There we go, and then it's here. And then it's here. Right. So you're mixed. First stop, you're picking up coal. Then you're unloading. Then you're picking up plastic. It's just going to think about it again. Just going to have a little think. Little thinky, thinky, thinky. Any second now. It's having a really good, long, hard think about it. Such a long, hard think. Come on, game. We're all rooting for you. We all want you to choose plastic. Save the planet and all that. No? Yes? I think the music's gone off now as well. I don't even know if my PC's still recording this properly. For all I know, it stopped recording about an hour ago. Oh, it's really struggling with this one. And then just like that, it's back. And it's like, what? What are you talking about? I was here all along. Okay. And then the final one, where it's just unload all. We're going to name you. So you are Mixed Knutsford to, I guess, Halt Whistle. Actually, I think we just do Knutsford, don't we? Like this is the first town on the list. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to quickly save the game, which in itself is going to cause a long delay. I might actually start wrapping the episode up here, to be honest, and get the ship running off camera. It'll be in the intro for the video, so you'd have already seen it. But yeah, I don't like the constant hanging that the game is doing here. Wow, have I really? I'm recording this on the 9th of April, this episode. Has it really been almost a month since I last played the game? It does not feel that long ago. But to be fair, the end of March, what was it, just before Easter weekend, I was in Disneyland for a week. So yeah, I had to get everything recorded before I went away. Disneyland Paris, that was, by the way. I'm not made of money. Yeah, we'll get the game saved. And then I think while that's saving, we're going to wrap this episode up. I'm going to get the ship running off camera, record the intro, get the thumbnail, all that stuff. And then next time, we're going to get the paper side of this coming in. And there is also silver there as well, in fact. And we do happen to have access now to silver, although we are currently taking it over here. This is all just to get that extra bit of coal to this steel mill, by the way. We set up this whole thing. But I find I'm understanding the game a little bit more now with regards to industry chains. So like the paper here, it seems weird transporting it all the way over here and back. And actually, I'm planning on doing it by truck, but there is something else that we have access to right now that could be better for this. It starts with T and rhymes with rain. Is it possible that we build a railway to do this instead and then just have trucks at the end? Makes you wonder, actually. It does make you wonder. Let's say we built a station here. And then we had paper brought down. It doesn't make much sense because I was going to say grain taken back. But yeah, I'm going to think about it off camera anyway. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. It's always very, very helpful when people suggest things. Even if it sounds like a bad idea in your head, it doesn't mean it's going to be a bad idea in general. So do feel free to suggest it down below. All the best ideas are chosen and credited, of course, because I'm not that kind of person. And yeah, before I just waffle into oblivion, let's get the rest of the outro done. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. We're riding a really good wave of success here right now at M4J, so I want to keep that going for as long as possible. So thank you, everybody who's been a big part of that. Have a good rest of your evening, and until next time, hopefully from the deck of a boat, I will see you soon.